Dolphins tight end Dustin Keller signed a one-year deal with Miami in free agency, suffered a torn ACL, MCL, and PCL in his right knee Saturday night. Keller was hit low by Texans rookie safety DJ Swearinger after making a catch. This is what Swearinger, the Texans second-round draft pick from South Carolina, said about the play, and I quote, "Was making a hit playing football. This league, you've got to go low. If you go high, you're going to get a fine. The rules say you can't hit high, so I went low, and I'm sorry that happened. I would think you'd rather have more concussions than leg injuries. Leg injury, you can't come back from that. A concussion, be back in a couple of weeks." Well, Tommy, I start with you, who played 14 years on the defensive side and played pretty darn well, I don't mind saying, for the Broncos. The play and his comments, because things have changed, haven't they?
On point. 14 years of playing football, never hit a single player like that. Avoided hitting players on the knee, knew that their livelihoods were on the line. The only guy I ever went low on was Earl Campbell, and that was between his ankles and his toes, because we knew he was going to get the extra 4 yards anyway. Look, I think that the league is doing these players a disservice now, because the objective is to hit. People are going to get hurt, but I guess I can explain it this simply. Ask Keller if he would rather be taking the concussion test now for a week and a half, 2 weeks, as opposed to worrying about this year's over. But his career is likely ended because of a guy on defense playing within the rules that we have.
Well, let me change it to the offensive guys here. I'll start with you, Kim. There's no way you can defend your knees if you have the ball, etc. You saw the play. You heard the comments. How do you do it going forward if you're playing offensive football right now?
I have no problem with that play because it's within the rules. But I personally, much like Tommy said, I would rather be hit up high. If I have to miss a week or two because of concussion, that's fine. But when you hit me in my legs, that may be the end of my career. I may not be coming back from that. I mean, I remember playing against the Minnesota Vikings, and this happened with Chris Carter and his team. Ball thrown slightly behind me, but rather than the guy hit me up high, he hit me low, and my knee, I hyperextended my knee. I had to leave the football game, and believe me, I wasn't very happy. It wasn't something that, it was some words exchanged afterwards, and as you can see me limping off the field. That's not where receivers want to be hit at all. When you look back at Tom Brady's knee, you look back Trent Green, it was the Rams starting quarterback, his knee. The knees is that don't touch my knees. Just leave me alone. Hit me up high.
Well, this is the thing. I totally disagree with you guys. This is the new NFL. If we want to keep this league as popular as it is right now, and which it is the #1 sport in America, all right, we got to change how we look at it. This is the new NFL. You have to have a target on a guy. You got to hit a guy low. All right, that is the compromise. When you have the reaction with the concussion lawsuits against the league, and the league has changed the rules, now the players, are reacting to the rules. That's all they can do. This is not the first time we've seen it. In the last 2 years, this is where we've seen defenders hitting guys. All right, this is not the first time. We've seen other star players hit. Larry Fitzgerald, 2 preseasons ago when they changed the rules, right? The reason why he didn't hit him high? Because the rules say you got to hit him in his target, hit him lower. All right, James Harrison, he's been fined by more than anybody in the NFL. He said he could have hit him high, but he would definitely got fined, so he hit Decker, blows out Decker's knee. All right, now Fitzgerald had to play the whole season with an MCL sprain, but for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. These are the players reacting to the new rules, and we might as well get used to seeing it.
A few years ago, we would have thought almost each and every one of those plays would have been in our minds dirty. And I can remember sitting in the viewing room watching games, we think, oh, I'm not even going to mention names. That hit, when you go for the knee like that, is a dirty hit. That is now a hit, as CC says, that is within the boundary of the rule.
And this is not the NFL that we came up in.
Which is why I say the league is doing these players a disservice. And they are, and it has to do with the lawsuit.
None of them are dirty hits. It's just that you don't want to get hit that way. You just don't.
The league's intent is good. It's just not practical. If you play football long enough, I'll guarantee you're going to get hurt. That's all there is. You're going to have some type of injury. Now, here's here's what I say. The most sophisticated piece of equipment on a football player is the helmet, face mask. Why? To protect the face, the mouth, the brain, the head, all that. That's why it's there. That's the best piece of equipment you got. What do you have on your knee? Unless you wear a brace, nothing. And to me, I don't understand it. I mean, I understand nobody wants concussions, but God, I'd rather get hit in the head. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, certainly a topic for discussion, and sorry to see what happened to Dustin Keller. That's